SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Your allies are in battle.
Nine kills. Got BC Blink into the back of the mineral line. Cannon here just survives. BC does pretty well. Kills the spore in the spine. Fucking spawning cool. Lings continue. Keep getting surrounds on all my units. DC continues fighting. This guy went to the high res, kind of annoying. Finally block this gap in the center. Take ages to chase down these fucking Lings here. Keeps saying close, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's dinging over here. I'm like, but my ramp is closed. I think he's talking about blocking the low ground, but he doesn't know how to type the word block. There he goes, dinging again. Ding, 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 ding. Close, close. I'm like, what are you talking about? But he doesn't want to rebuild his base until he's got the low ground blocked there, I think. BC, oh, wait for it, blink, boom! Bounces back, survives, just. 5 kills. Few queens in that. Meanwhile, this guy expanded to the fucking high res in the center, which was really frustrating. This guy's still dinging, send your army to the front, we need to the front, gotta block, blah blah blah. Still too afraid to rebuild because he lost his fucking base and he's only got this. It's pretty much his whole fucking everything. Meanwhile, I've been trying to get a double medivac drop up for this whole fucking game, but I keep getting my fucking units surrounded by mass Lings. But I do finally get enough to do one very small drop now. And I think I'd already seen the high res. Get my view, yeah, saw it building there. So boosted across to try and get to that in time to do some damage. Kind of worked. Although he pulled really quickly. And I did not notice, and we did not notice for a very, very long time, that he had this base building at the same time. So he just goes up around and starts mining down here instead. Takes a fucking month to figure out that he's there. And about now we find that they have Hydra and Hydra. I was like, okay, I can escape this. Load into the medivac, which promptly dies. Lose all my units. This one boosts back. The next two that were coming across have to unload. But BC's blinked here and BC's blinked here at the same time. Which, in a way, works. I mean, they lose them to the air army, but it forces their armies back, which gives me an opportunity to head back over and at least finish off this base. BC lasts a little bit longer. This one goes down now. Set up the siege around the low ground, push forward here to try and take the base. He's trying to get the layer down, but it's never going to work out. Although this guy's not paying much attention, so it could, but it doesn't in the long run. Hydra, clear him out. I clear out most of what's here, but have no idea that this is here. If only I'd known, this game would have been over so fucking early compared to when it was. Our guy's finally rebuilt down here, taking him a very, very long time to get back up. It's basically all his fucking buildings right here. And then I keep sending over extra armies because I'm planning to make a staging point here and try and take this as my base, but just as I load, what happens? Oh, hello, fucking Hydra. Tank on the low ground, like, okay, I can boost away, that'll be alright, I'll survive with this army, I'll take these 2 SCVs with me, and then lose an empty medivac, followed by another empty medivac. If they click on this back medivac to unload it, but accidentally send it forward, it all dies, and these two just stop right here. Lose both of those as well, and there goes most of my army. Luckily for me, Widow Mines that Pi had come in over here and protect the tank from the low ground, get some pretty good hits. There, that was nice. Needed that pretty badly. Did manage to close the front and stop the rest of those Lings getting in, just that Mutalisk goes down. Then he pushes up here at the top. I noticed at the last second, I think I survived by healing the turret. He backs out again. Widow Mines come back to the whole position, try and protect. A couple of tanks down here. This guy's like fucking double stargating up on the left hand side. Mutalisk guy hasn't done huge damage with his air army, and he's not doing amazing in upgrades as well. Pi is doing a lot better in upgrades. If I could actually find a BC, there's what. Okay, I'll take back what I said. He is not doing better in upgrades. He does better soon, I suppose. Now this guy comes over and clears out what's left of Red's base up the top here. And then comes over and double expands. Gives him him a fair bit of extra cash. This guy never gets bailing speed, or at least not for a very, very long time. This guy greedy as fuck, going back trying to take this high-res again. We still haven't seen him. I'm gonna get my view again. No idea that this is happening still. Oh, and right here. I'm gonna jump back so you can see that one. No idea how he figured out where I was, but I'll watch his view for a second. He sees a little flicker just here. No, didn't see it. There it was. Go back one more time. He sees just a tiny little scurry of it. There, for half a millisecond. And that enables him to realize that both my fucking medivacs are coming over here. They're both fully loaded. Going for a drop. There goes my fucking army again. My life. And that makes him be like, okay, I should go for a counter. Runs into the turret and a series of widow mines here, and he loses a lot. Good widow mine hits, good widow mine hits again. A lot of lone mutalisk there. He tries to go for the turret, get a repair on the turret just, kill off the mutalisk. The BCs blink in at the back, which was really good. And start engaging what's left of the air army. Armada gonna go off in the... And we hold again, just. But this guy's now back on the high res again, so they're mining really well at the moment. I'm mining really poorly, 800, 700. Our red guy is also doing like 600 or 700. They are fucking killing us. This guy's also got these two bases over here as well. It's not really good times at the moment. Oh, and this sneaky motherfucker here puts his changelings on hold position in the front. Pi doesn't notice those other ones. Tries to send out his army here, and the tanks can't get past. They'll get wedged. And then over here, fights a bunch of Hydra. Haven't yet seen all of these infestors. This guy's actually quite good with infestors. They're actually probably one of the better counters to mine BC, because all you do is neuroparasite BC, and then all the mines down below explode on your own BCs and totally fuck your own army with your own army. But he hasn't shown that he has them really yet, or at least we haven't really noticed it. This goes back to mining a fucking crazy amount after getting cannoned at the start and losing almost everything twice. Pi has taken Red's old base over here, Red finally expanding back, getting a second base. I've just got this base going again. Yeah, incomes are not too bad for us at this exact moment, aside from Red. But infestors are going to cause a problem. So then I push up top to make sure that they're not spreading too much creep along the top run. But as I arrive, Yellow brings his army down at the same time, kind of runs it across here, and I half engage it, half miss it. I do catch the Hydra on the back. You'll see. He gives a few Marines on the right, I get most of his Hydra. I stim and run back. He makes a mistake here, probably shouldn't have done this battle against me. Loses a lot. And then the Hydra arrived from the other side. Pi tells me to pull back at this stage, which I do, to try and meet up with his mine BC, but you watch this fucking engagement, will slow down to normal for you. This guy here fucking does a really nice job here. He's about to neuroparasite all the BCs on top of the widow mines, and then you'll see the widow mines explode on the BCs. There you go. Now widow mines, boom, 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 on the BCs. More on the BCs, more on the BCs, more on the BCs, still going. All getting fucking neural. Getting wrecked. Now he's Yamatering with neural. Oh, one of them blinks away for escape down the back here. And then same thing continues. He blinks away this one, I think, at the last second here. Yeah, ends up back here. So he only really saved maybe 2 of the BCs from that battle. Actually lost a lot. Although this guy did lose almost all his Hydra, but he was doing really well with the infestors. Pi's taking the base in the middle, and we need this. Like, this is the reason we stay alive in this game, is the fact that we set up a staging ground here and hold from the center. This guy that got cannoned at the start is doing pretty well. He's going himself up to a fucking mothership with carriers now. 3 starports, hidden fleet beacon on the high ground up here is pretty good location. And our guy has finally got an army, and there it is. That's his army. A couple of Phoenix. And of course, what does he do? Spots mass carrier. Not great. And this is getting pretty out of hand. The Zerg army up top. Got my army up here with Pi as well, just to make sure he doesn't lose his base. Now, there's going to be another engagement in just a minute. Alright, here comes the... Carriers think about coming in on us, but instead they come down the bottom on me, just as I'm trying to take this base, which I kind of really badly need at the moment. Looks like I have a very good income, but you see this base here is starting to get mined. This one's basically gone, my main is empty. So I really needed that base, but lost it and lost all my army at the same time to the carriers. However, Pi notices, comes in with the BCs, drops another scan to see the exact positioning, throws up a bunch of Yamadas, and we get an engagement with the Phoenix at the same time over the top of a couple of turrets here, which is actually very good. This guy gets munched. There goes his fucking carrier army, which is nice for us. So I'm like, okay, well, we've killed off the army, I'll get a chance to push on this base, but no. Mass fucking Hydras show up. At the same time, air army is hitting over the right hand side over here with some Banelings rolling through. A lot of explosions happen through the center here and a few of my leftover Marines, but the Widowmine survived, which is good. These guys are just sitting above turrets, I'm not exactly sure what the deal with that is. He tries to push forward here, but the Widowmines hold. I'm again trying to take these two bases, because I know I'm going to need them really badly, but again, going to lose them in just a minute. Pi did hold on his side at least. This is actually giving some pretty good vision here. Spots most of these. Hydra's outrange Widowmines very slightly. BCs do a good job, but again, here he goes with the Neurals. Taking over the BCs. Once he takes over the BCs, he starts to Yamada each other. Here he goes again with this guy. Yamada. But Phoenixes do come in at least and start picking up some of the infestors that had the Neurals. And then Corruptors come in from the top, which is not good. Catch what's left of most of the BCs. One of them blinks away. This guy's still trying to do what he can down the bottom with his leftover Phoenix. I'm desperately trying to get either of these two bases to finish. Realize the bottom one's definitely not going to finish. Don't have any SCVs nearby to finish it. Hoping that he doesn't target the SCV so I can get it actually done. He doesn't. But then, of course, I left it off and he moves and now he targets it and it does not survive because I don't have enough shit there to heal it. So I'm starting to feel a bit of a pinch now for money. Target that one fucking carrier right there, get it down to 2 health, but of course it doesn't die. Gonna do the same thing here in a minute with these Marines on this carrier, get it down super low, and it's not gonna die either. Seven health, of course, it survives. Story of my life. Good Widowmine hits up here on the interceptors, whittle down their numbers, loses the BC. This looked like a big problem right about now, but the mines catch quite a few of these Corruptors, and this turns the tide in this battle. Good hits there. Some also good hits on the carriers on the left, and now we've got air army isolated on the right. A bunch of Lings come in, but they don't really matter. A lot of Widowmines will take care of that eventually, if they need to. But the Hydra is a concern. Push back what's left of those Corruptors. Pi's screaming at me, you need more siege tanks, you need more siege tanks. But every time I get siege tanks, I seem to be losing them to Muta. DC's do a pretty good job of clearing out what remains here. Battle's still happening over the top of the base with this one carrier trying to put in work. Phoenix guy does something in a moment and goes over and actually kills off those couple of carrier. Decent Yamato. Throw up on the turrets on the right. And here we go again, trying to take my 2 bases, which I really need. But again, they're not going to work out. This guy here sends up a pole pile of pros which get caught, which was good for me. Pi does a good engagement here actually, splits the Widowmines nicely. You watch some decent micro on the Widow Mines in a minute as well. He unburrows and reburrows just at the right times. Once a couple go off. Here, drops the scan for the high ground vision. Up burrows, moves back to safety. Overlord dies. Good hits again, then up burrows straight away so they don't all explode on the leftover lings there. He's got alright positioning on this high ground. Hydra can't do a huge amount against him at the moment. Get some good hits on the interceptors of the carriers there, and then reburrows again, or unburrows, runs away. Meantime, I'm pushing the bottom here because I really want to get these starports. I'm sick of these fucking carriers. But of course, just as I start doing that, Hydra appear from the top, start moving down, and those two bases that I so desperately needed, down to basically no income now, getting down to like 500, 600. Can't get them though, have to cancel, have to run back with my whole army. One Marine puts in work on an extractor over here. This is a good fucking engagement there. This had to happen. See that blink over there? Pulls the army to the right across all of the fucking Widow Mines. Delicious. That is one of the turns of the tide right there. But then this mass fucking Hydralisk army is very hard for mass BC to deal with, especially if they get underneath. Loses what he needs here of bases, and then carriers are pushing down the bottom left. I've got pretty fucking much nothing left, a few Marines, that's my whole army right there. Runs over to the left pretty soon to try and help deal with these carriers. But up the top here, all the Widow Mines just coming off cooldown, but he does have overseas which spot them, and as I said, Hydra outrange them, so not doing very many good hits over there. Phoenix come in, catch what's left of these carriers down the bottom, but base down, building base down, most of the BCs down. Finally clear out those leftover carriers. Did unpower that one, which stopped that one building for a very, very long time over here. Now, Hydralisk guy makes a mistake here. I think he thinks because he killed most of the BCs, he's got a big advantage at the moment. So he tries to push in at my front, but about the same time I get back with most of what I have of my army. He comes in, kills the siege tank with the high ground with the meter. Siege tank there, 31 kills, been doing some work. But meat grinder right here. You can't just, look at this. You can't do that. You can't do that. Now this base, I'm floating from my main all the way across through the center, because as you can see, income's down to 400 now, and there goes what's left of the Hydra army. That's all my mining right there, mined out, main base floating. And I was starting to get mined out. Pyre's got a few minerals left here. He's basically mined out here. He's lost his two bases that were over here, although he did manage to mine out that high res, which was quite important. Our guy is still managing to mine from his original main now, rebuilding carriers, which is good. This base, when it lands, you see my income change a little bit from 200 to 300 mass mules. Start cranking up a bit now. 600, 700, 800, 1,000, 1,200. Need that badly. Finally getting a chance to clear out these starports and what's left of Protoss. But at the meantime, mass Hydra army pushes over to the right to make sure Pi doesn't get this high res up here. He's calling me up to defend, but I am more of the opinion that when I finally get a chance to clear out these starports, I need to do it so I don't come. Loses this base. Oh, actually no, I think he might manage to float it back. Income now though, 3,300 thanks to all the mills. It's the only reason I'm in the game now, because everything else is basically gone as far as minerals go. A few leftover units here. Run up with a little pack of Marines to make sure this guy's not getting gassed to donate. This poor Pi over here loses the orbital, loses these bases over here as well on the right. Not good. Sit in position here and make sure he can't long range mine as well. Phoenix are coming in, and of course, just as my base starts mining, here comes the Hydra to try and deal with it. Do get a couple of Thors here to try and keep them alive. Phoenixes are doing well now. I was actually expecting to push straight up here and kill me, so I lifted and ran, but I probably didn't need to. Wasn't really seeing this battle happening at the same time. 5 or 6 Marines still putting in work over here. And then this guy starts morphing Broodlords right in front of mass Phoenix, mass BC. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Works out well for us. reckon. A lot of losses there for him. And base does get back and get to go back to mining again. In comes now. Purple's basically out of the game. Just lost that base. He's not actually mining. He's got no bases anymore. Pi is also very, very low at the moment. Red, our guy, has finally basically mined out this base. He's got that little patch and that little patch left. Yellow and orange are still doing okay, because orange got to take the original bases of purple up here on the left. Yellow though, 1, 2, that's about all the mining they've got. So really, on our side of the map, the only real mining happening at the moment is my base just here. Yeah, very, very low econ. And this guy continually just fucking mass Hydra army. Our guy goes across here with his Phoenix, and the game's not over yet. I think he thought we had a bigger advantage than we did. This attack is fine, but then he decides to push up further into their base and lose all his Phoenix, which is bad news for us. Finally found his fleet beacon, trying to get Rivet over here. But yeah, he gets fungled, held in position. I'm like complaining, don't fucking lose your army, we need you. But I think I hadn't realized that he has started doing a carrier transition down the bottom, and he's got quite a few more queued up and building, which is good at least. So he's got another follow-up army coming. Orange, real big army at the moment. This guy's still going with his corruptors. He's talking about upgrades earlier. He's got +2. Pi has 3-3, pretty good. My Marauder 3-3. Didn't really get very good upgrades on the fucking, literally just started +1 on mech, which is not great. Here I saw this army and I'm like, yeah, I think I can take it. And I probably could have if it wasn't for these infestors getting off a bunch of good murals on the Thors, making the Thors fight each other in the center of the battle here. And then the carrier guy comes in and I'm like, okay, good, we've got this for sure. But a few corruptors show up and the carrier guy's just like, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to leave. So because he decides to leave, well, you can see what happens to my army here. I get munched, I know I have to run. Clunky Thors, I think I might save 1. Yeah. Still really need this base. I was like, okay, well I guess we lose the game because I lost this base. But thank God Pi showed up, gets off a nice bunch of Yamadas. Ooh, good Wehrmite hits too. Delicious. And during that he's managed to get his base up at the right here. So he's mining again now. So it's me and him with the mining. He's actually got most of the mining happening at the moment. This patch is starting to run low. Thank God. Yellow is in some trouble now. Yellow's GGing out. He's got no minerals now. He'd lost most of his air army in that engagement with the corruptors, so now he gives up. And this is about the turning point, where we now have got a high res that's very slightly mining, a new high res, which is the main purpose of us winning now. Clearing out some of the leftover armies from the center. Purple. Been out of the game for the whole game, but he is controlling yellow now, running around his few corruptors. Sends down those drones to start mining, but they have some bad news bears here with mass BC. Thought he might click on it, but apparently he's not paying much attention. Lost all his drones over there. I'm asking Pi to clear out some of these creep tumors so I can drop a base here. Come on with my Peasley little army to try and help clear out some more creep. Now at this stage I'm fairly sure that we won. I do step forward a little bit on creep here. I thought I might have one more scan, but I actually had run out, so couldn't clear out this last bit of creep. And I wasn't sure it was at the top of this ramp here, so I didn't want to, I don't know, get bungled and killed by banelings or something and throw my army and have them counter, so I just backed, especially since just landed this new base. And I'm even saying to Pi here, we don't have to, we can just starve them out now. There's no reason for us to risk it by engaging. Let's just consolidate, mine up more minerals, get our resupplies all together. Big drone transfer happening up here to this base that's just started. And our guy's doing a good job now. He's just like continual annoying pressure with his carriers. And Pi sets up some very nice sets of Widow Mines through the center here that makes it almost impossible for this guy to just charge in and try and get under the air armies. And there's the next set of armies arriving in position. Income is going to get good again. for us, and these guys are basically screwed now. This guy's got this base, nothing left over here. Little bits of Widowmine engagements happening, then backing, then happening, then backing. And so, how do you engage that minefield as Zerg? Even with fungals, what are you going to do? Reveal with 3 sets of fungals, but you're not going to run your Hydra through to clear them out. You've got carries above. Basically impossible. Just continuing to pick now. And now my income skyrocketed. New base. We're pretty much unbeatable now, it's just a waiting game. So, speed it up a little bit. These Widowmines all pretty much outranged by the Hydra, so really loses them all. Runs to the Hydra and it gets visioned by the Spore here, so bit of a waste, but whatever, it doesn't matter at this stage. This guy's losing all his interceptors. He actually can't... Oh, he's got a little bit of money, that wouldn't take long for him around of money not be able to rebuild those. Good hits there. There's those fungals I was talking about, landed on both the sets of Widowmines, but doesn't really matter at this stage. Sometime soon I'm going to load some medivacs and go for just a little pressure drop. Oh, there we go, it's happening now. Over on the left there. Just try and force them to have to go 2 ways. If they come to defend it, what are they going to do? Go back the get smashed through the front, or don't come back and defend, and I'll just kind of pick off some tech buildings and what I can find. See if he spotted me real quick. Like, the guy's not bad. He's still trying. I mean, he's got a little bit of money. If he managed to get an engagement where he got them separated one at a time, like he kind of does here, get underneath, had a possible chance. But made a mistake here, actually. He tried to grab them. I think he thought it would cancel the recall, but it doesn't. And now... Ooh, you muddy. And Widowmine, good hits. Meanwhile, over here, my little pack, find his Hydraless Den. When that goes down, he's got no chance. There's nothing he can do anymore. He can't build Hydra, he can't shoot up. And then my leftover army, I just fucking A-move. Straight in the front here. He sees it, he gives up. The only guy that remains is fucking purple from the beginning, controlling his one little Brood Lord over here. But target that down, and that is that. Take a look at those units lost. Absolutely ridiculous amounts of units lost. Lots and lots and lots of units left in the game. Alright, GG.